Alright guys, hello. Welcome to Zads Galaxy Tour Season 6, brought to you by Zealous Racing. This is Split 3. I'm standing in once again for our normal broadcast team. I am Cobra 167, race director and commentator for today. Qualifying will begin here shortly. We've got a couple people finishing up on laps. There we go.
Green light, go, go, go.
It's cloudy, looking very ominous out there for qualifying. We've got a fast track, 27 degrees ambient. It's a little hot. The cars peel off. We'll see what some of them got. Coming up for the main event today. Oh, we got somebody in the wall. That's no good. We've got 12 minutes of qualifying, followed by a 50-minute race. And it'll just be a straight sprint race. There's no mandatory pit stops or anything like that. So these guys will have to make their tires last the distance, which is not very easy to do at Suzuka. It's a very slippery track, as well as abrasive. It's not good for tire wear. Our first fast laps are about to begin. First across the line, Mr. Allo guy. Let's take a look. We'll stay on board with him as he heads down into turn 1 in the Bentley. He said earlier, this is not a track that he knows very well, but he's been putting in a bit of practice. Gets a little bit of dirt there through the S's. No doubt will unsettle the car as he looks to squeeze every 10th of a second that he can possibly find out of it. There's plenty of room on the outside there. It's really easy to validate your lap as you see the Porsche go drifting through there in the background. Infamous hairpin. You'll probably see some almighty dive bombs in there during the race. Onto the back stretch. Down to 130R. A slight lift for the Bentley. Maybe even a dab of the brakes. Leaves plenty of room on the outside. Probably definitely a banker lap here. Going through the chicken, or chicane, some people call it. Around the last corner. What's it going to be? So he opens up with the 202.535. Plenty of room to improve there, but it's a good banker lap. As Mr. Ryan Blanchett comes across the line with a 205.265. I'm sure he'll want to make up from the blunders of last week. And some of the field are coming across. Your provisional pole sitter right now is Vladislav Zakharov with a 201.767 at the moment, followed by Goisha in P2, only 2.5 tenths back with a 202.019. Mr. Goisha, reigning champion for Split 2, running on Saturdays last season. Didn't have a very good race last race in Spa, so he's definitely looking to make amends. Mr. Blanchett runs smooth curve here. Squirrely. It's out wide. Didn't invalidate. Nope. Still valid. It's up 0.3. It's up 0.5. He had a much better 130R there. Narrow entry. The Aston Martin kicks up some dirt. Around the last corner. Mr. Blanchett's up by 0.5 roundabout, losing a little bit of time. He moves up to P9. Ryan Blanchett, 204.851. Let's take a look at Mr. Bartozek. Currently in P8 with the 204.173. What can he do? He invalidated his last lap. He's starting a lap here. We'll stay on board. See if he can find his way in the top 5. As we see Mr. Wolf topping the chart with the 201.653. Unfortunately, Mr. Bartozek has managed to invalidate his lap. Unfortunate. Mr. Santos up by about 0.4. Crosses the line. Goes P10. Up P9. Quinville's currently up by 4/10. Fastest lap at the moment, 2:03.363. Spoon, he's about 3.5 tenths up, heading down to 130R. Losing a little bit of time, but not too much. Manages to stay up, he's up 4/10. We've got 2 minutes to go. As, these guys will begin their final laps. As a Karov, got a new provisional pole sitter with a 2:01.254. As most people are on invalid lap. Let's take Mr. Gonzalez. He's on the lap. Currently valid. Only one of two. Mr. Gonzalez also looking to make amends for his previous race. That spot dominated for the first 20 minutes. And then mistakes were made. So we can see what he can put together. He's currently up by a second from his previous time. Up by 1.2. His previous best is a 2:03 flat. Oh, as he goes wide, he invalidates his lap. I don't think he'll have enough time to get back to do another one. Well, he might, just might. He's still hustling it. Oh, it's going to be close. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I think he just barely got through. I think he just barely got through to start. We'll see. Artis X up by 5/10. Let's see. Cut to him up. He's up by a second now. PS best at 2:04.173. As you see, somebody's off in the side there. This looks to be a pretty good lap for him. He's currently up by 1.6 seconds. I can get him a fair few positions. Maybe in the top 10 if he can hold on to it. It's going faster and faster. It's up by 2 seconds. Could be good for P7. Nice and early. Hard on the gas. Cuts the corner short. He's 2.1, 2.2. The P4. That's an almighty lap from where he was. 201.953. Gonzalez is up. 1.5, 1.6. Where's that going to put him? A little shy of Paul, but maybe can you get on the front row? There it is. 3/10 off lead. So there it is. Zakharov, Gonzalez, and Wolf. So excuse me 1 second while I go address the participants. Alright, guys. I am back. Done with the quick drivers briefing as they head off here. We've got Zakharov on pole position, running up with Gonzalez and Mr. Wolf. Yes, go Nick, go Ike, indeed. For those of you that are new to Zero, the class is not indicative of pace. It is a representative of tenure with here at Zealous Racing. So all those with the rookie class or AM class have done less tenure, less races. Veteran, which is silver class, would be 11 to 30, and then the gold or platinum, which would be the white background, 31 or more races. Here we go. Waiting for the lights to fall, to go green.
Green light.
And there we
Good
go. And someone was speeding around a position there in the background. Zakharov leads Gonzalez, leads Whoop, Mr. Watts. Looking clean for the most part. Still got some side-by-side action here in the back. Aston Martin trying to go around the McLaren. It's in the dirt. Oh, the run's a little bit wide. There's enough room, just barely. One of them's gonna have to back out. Still trying to go through. There's a tap and there's a punt. There's caution there. See Aston Martin's get together. All right. Hopefully this is better on the volume there. Got Mr. Blanchet, Joey Rodriguez, J.R. Schambert heading down to 130 yard. Oh, howdy-o. Good to see you. Oh, there's a sin from the Aston. And there's a bump. There is sadness. The chicken. They managed to sort themselves out. And continue on. Got Mr. Ike guy here. Running in P5. They're running in P7. No early incidents for him, so he's got to be happy about that. Yes, our LR boys are off to a great start. But will they have a good finish? That's a good question. I don't know what's up with Mr. Ike's livery. It's not working out. So it sent it through twice, and it's not working. Uh-oh. As you look at the radar, we've got rain on the way in 30 minutes. We're going to have some unplanned pit stops coming up here. As a driver, you hate to see it. As a spectator, you love to see it. So yeah, but no, we're trying to figure out what's going on with Mr. Ike's livery. Not sure. I'm thinking it's pointing to a folder that I don't have. But it works for them because they have the folder somewhere on their computer and it knows to look there for it. I'm thinking that's what it is. Alright, so taking a look at Mr. Rodrigo Basalo. Trying to hunt down Mr. Tobayao in the Porsche. Porsche catching a little bit of dirt there. And that looks like flashing. Flashing is a no-no. Oh, and there's a dive bomb. It's a sin. Porsche has seen it coming and let him through. We go too wide. Heading up towards Spoon Curve. Aston's got the legs, I think. A little bit of touch there. Mr. Basalo is through. Mr. Watts is looking hungry. And this McLaren. The battle for the leads. Zakarov, Gonzalez, Mr. Watts. Mr. Watts has got a better run. Gonzalez has got to go defensive. He covers the inside line. Watts goes looking to the outside. And I think Mr. Gonzalez lets him through. Got Mr. Wolf there in the background in fourth place trying to hunt him down. Mr. Calvin Wolf, another one of our league managers, aka the HR department. Doing pretty good in fourth place. A little tired. He ran in the RCI 6-hour event today at Imola. Looking good in fourth. Here we got Mr. Reed Aldred, one of our newer guys. I believe he just signed up for this one. Chasing Mr. Gaudier in the Lambo. I drove the Lambo here on Tuesday and it was brutal. The 130R they go. Oh, catches a little bit of the curb. Runs wide. Oh no. Who's at that? Looks like Mr. Blanchette in the Ferrari. That's got 130R all wrong. Star Dredge through. Without too much drama. Let's take a look at Mr. Stuart Pryor. In Pryor Racing. A little bit of train going on here. Pryor, Chin Yao, and Quinville. 13 through 16. See, one of the portions got a little bit of damage. Mr. Pryor is carrying some damage as well. You hate to see it. Looks like Mr. Chin's trying to line up and move. Is he going to have the legs down the front straight? No, it's pretty hard to run down an Aston in a straight line. Quinville's, oh, that bonnet does not look very happy. From Crazy Canuck Racing. Oh, and we've missed the pass. Mr. Wolf has gotten by Gonzalez. There it is, and Watts is looking to hunt down the leaders. Seems Mr. Nick is not liking that McLaren on the full fuel load. Maybe a little bit of rain at the end of the session will make him feel more at home. Oh, as he gets sideways there as he goes over the curb, loses traction. And Watts is looking for a lead here on Zakharov. And Mr. Claremont looks to be having some connection issues there. Hopefully that doesn't bother the leaders too much. As he seems to wisely let them go. Oh, it gets kind of squirrely out there, Watts. That's right, guys. Still in 5th place. He's 2 seconds back from Gonzalez. He's 2 seconds ahead of Grisha. Justin Friesen having a decent race so far in P7. We got Adam here in the McLaren. P9. That ping looks too unstable for racing. Bear with me one moment, guys. Mr. Chin and company. So his teammates running side by side there. 14th and 15th. We've got Mr. Rogero Santos, P11. A debutant for today. Followed closely by Mr. Rodrigo Basalo. P16, we got Andre Quinville. followed by Mr. Joey Rodriguez, who was my driver of the week for last week, having started from the pit lane, failing to hit drive. He recovered to P7 if I remember correctly. Seems to be having an okay race here at Suzuka. In P18 behind him, we've got Jason Friesen, and he's off track. Mr. Gaudier goes through in the Lambo. J.R. Schomburg, the number 14 McLaren, looks to be carrying quite a bit of damage there. We got Reed Allred, David Claremont with some connection issues and repairs. Ryan Blanchette. Let's get back to your leaders. We've missed the pass for the lead. Mr. Watts has gotten through Mr. Zakharov. Gonzalez is sticking with Mr. Wolf there. P3, P4. And we've got rain on the way. Before the session ends, this track is going to get a little bit damp. Mr. Garunian, shout out to Mr. Vladislav, currently in P2. Mr. Zakharov was our early leader. Couple of laps, unfortunately we missed it. Mr. Watts was able to get around him. But so far he's hanging with them. And we've got rain on the horizon. We'll try to keep an eye on that. We got Mr. Basalo trying to run down Mr. Santos. P11, P12. As he goes a little bit wide there, losing some time in the S's. And we've got a pitter. Schomburg's in the pit. And rain's coming in 10 minutes. Oh, it's a little early to pit. If you're going to have to pit for wet tires anyways. So who's got a good enough setup to run in the rain? Or did they go all out for a dry setup? Seems Gonzalez has got a handle on that car. As the field load has lightened off here, he's trying to attack Mr. Wolf. Perhaps he's seen that rain in the. Oh, as he goes wide! Oh, he saves it. Alright, guys, close behind. Mr. Alloy, that guy. Been running P5 for the entirety of the race. Looking to hunt down Mr. Gonzalez, his teammate. Is their team orders at RLR Abuzi Esports? Will they play the team game? Or will one of them get selfish? We'll see. They're both trying to hunt down Mr. Wolf for the podium position. Not a lot of battles on track at the moment. Gonzalez has caught back up to Mr. Wolf. And oh, I see a DT. That's going to be a drive-through for track limits for Mr. Pasalo. You hate to see it. That's going to drop him a fair ways back. Gonzalez pretty wide through there. May have gotten a warning. Chambers in the pits. He's still in the pits. We'll take a quick look at Mr. Renato Coelho. Hasn't had any screen time today. He's currently running in P10, quiet P10. But looking at that, he's kept his nose clean. So pretty good effort. This will be his debut race as well. Boss man said he had a talk with his drivers. Can't afford to take each other out. We shall see what happens indeed. So I guys dropped back a little bit. It's a second apart. Tobias still running close to his teammate. As he's been together the whole race. Running in formation. Cool looking livery as well. How will the Porsches fare with the incoming wet weather? The car looks like to be trying to put on the attack for Mr. Watts. He wants the lead back. Oh, McLaren's got the line wrong through there a little bit. Zakarov's not going to be able to capitalize, I don't think. He's too far back. Mr. Watts is already going defensive. Line is turning through 1 and 2. Oh, Mr. McLaren gets squiggly through there. Zakarov taking a look. Doesn't have the room. I just got a good drive. Heading down to Degnan 1 and Degnan 2. Looks like he's just biding his time. We got Basalos in the pits to serve his drive-through. Zakarov 2/10 back. Yes, it is a good fight for P1 indeed. Zakarov, early leader. Probably about 20 minutes ago or so. 15, 20. Mr. Watts got by. We didn't see how. But Zakarov says, I want it back. And the rain is imminent. Not sure how much practice these guys have had. I bet they assume that they're going to have a dry race today. Oh, the car has a little look through there. Turn 2. Runs out of room. Rinse and repeat. It doesn't look to be like any other battles on track at the moment. We'll try to keep an eye further down the field. But right now, this is where it's at. Elliot Watts versus Vladislav Zakarov. Yes, hey Mr. Jones, how you doing? Yes, I am commentating once again today. As you see, the sprinkles have landed. Here is the rain. I said it before. As a driver, you hate to see it. Mostly. But as a spectator, you love to see it. At least some. The carnage. Who's going to pit? Who's going to brave it? The track is greasy already. There's a couple of people. Rodriguez is in the pit. Gale is in the pit. Friesen's in the pit. Woo-wee! Mr. Jones says. Oh no! Zakarov has spun! He could not hold it through 130R. Guy's through. Glaciers through. Friesen's up next. They're going to need to get rid of these dry tires and put on the wets. Very slow through there. Friesen. What about Adam? Adam tipped through there well. Ronaldo. Nice on the brakes. Bartosek is through. Tobial. Jin's falling a little bit ways back. Oh, he's going wide. Holds on to it very well. Got Pitters. Watts is in the pits. Ike Guy is in the pits. Wolf is staying out. Is that a mistake? Glacier is staying out. Oh no. Oh no. Have they made a mistake? Or is it a 200 IQ play? Is it a 5-head move? Oh no. Reed and Andre, they are out. They're staying out. They didn't pit. No. 20 minutes to go. The rain is here. As you see, they're slipping and sliding. Aldridge trying to get traction. Uh-oh. Ike Guy. It's got to stop, go 30. Somebody sped into the pit lane. Both Porsches going to run right there. You hate to see it. You guys have to get off the dry tires. Wolf, 130R. Does okay. Glacier, 130R. Heavy on the brakes, you guys see it. You guys see it heavy on the brakes. It's a damp track. You got to get off these tires. Is he going to pit? Wolf's in the pit. Glacier's tipping toeing through the chicane there. He's in the pit. Good call. Friesen stayed out, I believe. He needs to get in the pit. Oh, is he on dry tires? Oh, he's on dry tires. He's going in for another lap. Is this Big Balls Racing right here? Or is he going to bend it? You see it there, guys? In the bottom right corner of the screen, Mr. Friesen's on dry tires. Just run down. Guardian's on the wet. Uh-oh. Adam is on dry tires. Coelho is on dry tires. We got Friesen in the wets. Wet, wet. Bartosek, dry tires. I don't recommend it. He needs to get in. Blanchette's pitted for wets. Watts is on wets. Wolf is coming out of the pits. Also got, he's getting beat there. Gonzalez is on the wets. Glacier's on the wet. Quinville's getting rid of those dry tires. In the pits. Uh-oh, Mr. Pryor is hurting. Get in the pits, sir. Get rid of those dry tires. Good job. Santos on the wets. So we're just waiting on Friesen. Your current leader. Oh, both of these guys need to pit. Your top three are all still on dries. Let's see how much he has to tip you to through there. You see he's got the traction control turned way up. He's heavy on the brakes. He's slowing down to 100 miles an hour, 110. Nice and gingerly through there. Surely he's not going to try to hold out for 14 minutes. Surely that's not going to be the case. As you see, a yellow flag for car number 30. That's Vladislav Zakharov. Oh no, you hate to see it. The guy who led early on. Friesen's in the pit. Adam's going really, really slow. Has to go into the pit. Has to. Oh no. Ronaldo says, I'm not pitting. Trying to race too wide there. Oh, you can see he's really hurting for traction. Trying to be super gentle. Now he's got about 20 seconds. No, less than that. He's got 15 seconds to Mr. Watts. Who I believe is the leader of our wet runners. Bartolzek's trying to hold it out. I can't say that I can't say it's a smart move. But will it work? Will it work out? They got 13 minutes to try and hang on. As you see, Watts is coming. Bartolzek's off. Charlie, that's a sign. We got 24 around. Uh-oh. Yellow flag. For car 24. Surely Renato is going to pit. You can't see this as a winning move. Oh, Zaguisha got to stop go 30. Friesen, stop go 30. What is going on here? Is he gonna? Oh, what is that? It's a Ferrari in a really weird place. And Renato stays out. Oh, he's gonna try to hang on. So we got Gonzalez and Wolf P4 and 5 at the moment. Both of them doing okay. Gonzalez got by Mr. Wolf in the pits. So Mr. Wolf seems to have the upper hand in the wet here. So you see the McLaren sliding all sorts which way. Oh, oh, very close. Wolf had to check up there. Bartolzek's in the pit. Finally. There are your gaps. Sorry guys, not your usual streamer here. Race director. Don't at me. Adam came up on the screen briefly, but he's Friesen's in the pit. We get back to Wolf and Gonzalez. Friesen serving his stop go 30. Aldridge in the pit. Pryor's in the pit. Ronaldo has lost the lead. He's trying to hang on in the wet with those dry tires. I mean, you come this far, maybe you got to finish, though. I can see he's going to lose a lot of positions very quickly. Wolf outside of Gonzalez. Gonzalez tucks in. Wolf is through. Wolf is back on the podium. Guisha is serving his stop go 30. there's a touch there. They both get through. Here they come, coming up on P2, who is still on those dry tires. Oh, you can see just how much more traction the guys with the wet tires have. That is dangerous. That is super dangerous. Ooh, it's going to try to go around the outside. The Ferrari is not going to have enough room. Oh, there's a touch. Wolf goes wide. Gonzalez tries to go to the inside. The two wide here. Gonzalez sneaks his way through. Gonzalez going underneath. Going a long way around. He will have the traction. The 99 car has to lift. Gonzalez is through. Wolf is through. Those two will resume the battle. As the McLaren is a bit deep. You can see that the Aston had much more better traction off the corner there. Here it is. Oh, Wolf backs off. And Wolf has to work once again to try and get by. So he's got the run. Is he gonna make the move? He looks inside. Gonzalez gives him the room. Then he runs off wide. Too wide through second corner. They're giving both of each other plenty of room. Neither of them are going to want to sacrifice a podium. So Mr. Ike Guy, having served his penalty, is down in 12th. Guacia, having served his penalty, is down in 10th. And I believe Mr. Friesenhound won as well in 15th. So this is our closest battle on track. Gonzalez doing everything he needs to do to keep Wolf behind at the moment. Wolf has passed him once. Can he do it again? Where's the leader? The leader's crossing the line there. So we've got, let's see, what are they running? 2-minute 10s, 2 teens. So yeah, we're looking at 3 laps to go. Quick look through the order. We got Watts, Gonzalez, and Wolf. Renato still out there on those dry tires as Zakharov is looking to go through. Down in turn 1, it's a drag race. Zakharov's just got the high ground. Renato looks to the outside. Wisely backs off there. He's got 3 laps on dry tires. You know, if he can hang on, it's not too bad of a result. As he would have been around P13, P14 anyways. If he decided to pit, most likely. We'll see if he holds on. as Wolf has gotten back around Gonzalez. So P2 and P3 exchange positions while we looked at Mr. Zakharov. No doubt a good move. Wolf should be able to pull away now. As you see, the McLaren goes deep through Spoon. Now Wolf's wide. That's going to give the McLaren a chance to take a look down in the 130 yard. I don't think he's going to have the legs. Uh-oh. Oh, hold on to it. Hold on to it. As he gets some wiggle. Oh, look at the save. The save. Excellent car control from Nicolas Gonzalez there. That was almost death. And so the surprise mover, actually, through all this rain, is Mr. Tobial. Now, if you remember, he was running outside the top 10 before it decided to rain, and now he's running in P6. With cutting the track there. 2 to go. He's got a chance to run down Mr. Renato for P5. Maybe. What's his lap times? Oh, he's doing 220s, 219. Here's Renato. Yeah, he could catch him. He could catch him. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Tobiel has spun it. Get it back going. Get it back going. Save free join. It only loses 1 position, it looks like. That's going to, Renato, if it doesn't spin it, it's going to keep it in P5. Wolf is pulling away from Gonzalez. Your leader should be starting the final lap now. Any second now. There it is. The leader's on the final lap. Elliott Watts. So let's hop on board your leader. Elliott has battled long and hard today. Certainly was not a give me. Despite the delta to P2. He runs a little wide through there. So comes up under the bridge, heading down to the hairpin for the final time. And I want to take a quick look at Mr. Glacier real quick. Seems to be hunting down Adam there. P9 will keep an eye on that. Adam's early in the brakes. Carissa is looking to get through. Your leader runs Spoon Curve now. Is on the back straight, headed down to 130R. Safe and sound through 130R is Mr. Watts. He's got the last chicane to go. As you see, an Aston Martin cut the track there. Congratulations to Mr. Elliott Watts. Winner of round 2 in Suzuka,
Has finished the race.
Mr. Wolf. Another podium. Coming home in 2nd place. Well done. Nick Gonzalez in 3rd. Vladislav Zakharov. Early leader comes home in P4. And what might be the man of the day, just double check. Yep, he's still on those dry tires. He had dared to stick it out, and will get rewarded with the top 5. So well done, Mr. Renato. Gracia and Adam still looking at it. Clearing slides a little bit through there. Gracia's got one final chance as he's deep under the brakes. Goes a little bit wide. That might seal his fate. They come around the last corner. Adam will hold on to P9. Gracia will come home P10 across the line. Bartizek, P11. Ike Guy, not the result that he wanted, but will come across the line in P12. He's going to hate that he got that stop go 30. Quinville, 12th position. Joey Rodriguez. He's got Friesen right behind him. As they tippy-toe through the final corners. And that is it. Is Alrod still on track? Alrod is still on track. We got one more car to wait to get through. Reed Aldred from Team Shy Guy. Cuts the final chicane. Oh, is there a car going backwards? And there it is. Race is done. Alright, so quick running on your tables there. We got Watts.
Green light. Go, go, go.
Stop that. Watts, Wolf, Gonzalez, Zakharov, Coelho, Santos, Yao, Chen, Adam, and Gracia running up your top 10. So thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you next week at Hungaroring.